go out and get myself some Panda Puffs this week.
Yes!
Because I want some peanut butter cereal so much. But now the game at hand, currently up 1-0 in this best of 5. The finals for $100 or walk away with nothing. It is SCAstrea spawning as the teal Protoss. In the 3 o'clock position on Metropolis. Down here, right below him, we have SCACoolman. His Zerg opponent, currently down 1 in the series. Can he bring it back with some awesome ZVP play that we know he is capable of? I don't know. I hope so, though.
We shall see.
We shall see.
And this Overlord will see. We'll get a good scout
enough.
off on his opponent. Eventually.
Do you think that's something that should be phased out of StarCraft 2 maps, those Overlord ledges?
I think
they
so.
serve very little other purpose aside from giving the Zerg free scouting information.
I think so. Like, it's not like Zerg is in a bad spot at the moment.
Especially not in Heart of the Storm when they've, like, almost the past 3 patches have been dedicated for Zerg specifically to improve scouting.
Yeah, I think they should be phased out in Heart of the Swarm.
I think it's an interesting thing to consider. Like, it's been brought up every now and then, but, like, Heart of the Storm, it would be a good spot to kind of lead the charge.
I just noticed there is a Thundercats logo on this map.
No freaking way.
I think it's Thundercats.
What are you, 6? Snap!
Isn't that the Thundercats logo?
It looks kind of like it, yeah.
Like, hit delete and it looks like the Thundercats.
Damn.
That's pretty crazy.
Kind of awesome.
That's the most interesting thing to point out right now. We do have a Nexus first, followed by an in-base Forge. Against a Pool and Hatch, which is very standard.
Because only one game in that series between Tefl did he actually opt for Nexus first.
Maybe it's just a level of, like, maybe he knows his opponent and is like, yeah I can safely Nexus first because of I practiced against
pull the F out of you, man.
Like 1,000,000 times.
We do have a Gateway and a Forge coming down now, too.
Yep. I really hope he doesn't place his Cybercore as part of his wall, but he probably will. I just hate it. I just hate Cybercore walls when you, like, oh yeah, I'm going to put my Forge in my...
It's like...
I'm going to put my Forge in my main, so you can't hit my Forge.
Watching,
I'd rather...
like, casting pro matches and have them lose cybernetic scores on maps with no ramp.
I'd much rather have my Forge lost and picked off from my wall than, like, a Cybercore.
And it's almost game-ending in a lot of situations.
That's like when you make a second Cybercore in your main. Like, later on in the game, you're like, nope. But I think he is going to do it. Yep, he's doing it. He's doing it, Panda.
It's okay. I accept him. Oh! On second thought, he's actually placing it a little bit closer to his Nexus. I'm actually okay with this position, considering the cannon position.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Making the best of a bad situation.
Because then, like, in Bronze League, you have uber bait like this, and then you just put a bajillion cannons right here on the top ramp, and like Roach is like, hey, Cyber! They come in, and they just get absolutely obliterated, and then you Sentry Force field them in.
Really? Oh, God.
That would happen. That's, like, the most entertaining thing about playing through placement matches is, like, cannon positioning for Protoss.
Overlay.
Oh, seriously? No way. Oh.
Thanks, Riffles. Heart to you.
Thank you very much. I'm such a busy in game, so I don't have stuff like that.
I got Skype pop up.
Yay. Alright. The second you said that, like, Starboard just went and died. There we go.
Luckily, we haven't missed anything really important right now.
Yeah.
As it's just Zerg versus Protoss early game.
Yes, that's been ridiculously standard.
Yep. Has been super standard.
Although, I have to say, this is the first time that we're seeing Astrea go for +1 at a standard time.
It's true.
This is a very standard ZVP, but it is atypically standard in the sense that of the 4 games we've cast so far of Astrea's ZVP, he is actually researching +1.
Yeah, no kidding. And I guess he could hit a timing with this. Instead of just because he could transition into like another base and higher tech and just have the +1 as, you know, standard upgrades. But I'd like to see him move out with some zealots, maybe harass the third.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a viable option. And here we do see 3 gateways coming down. 4 gas up at this point, and he is not... Yeah, he's mining with all 3 on every single geyser, so...
He's going to expand in tech.
Most likely with
Sure.
ridiculously heavy sentry count. And
Yep.
then go for very, very strong timing with Immortals and sentries.
There's plus 1 armor. I don't see Zealots being... We'll see Warps and Zealots with his gateways when they're all finished up.
And here comes the Overload Scout.
Yep. And he's going to see all these gateways just as they finish. That's pretty important info. He won't have an exact count on the gateways, I don't think, but...
It's hard
It's pretty close.
There are very, very few opportunities at the pro level for you to actually get a gateway count if it's not... If your opponent isn't going for something at like a 7 gate.
He actually does have a gateway count. He saw every single gate. He doesn't know that he saw every single gate, I don't think, but he has.
And he's actually going out now to scout whether or not his opponent does have a 3rd. And he will see and get verification that he does.
When you see only 4 gates at this timing of the game, you are like, okay, he's either hiding gateways somewhere or he's got a 3rd.
I either need to like prepare to die in 30 seconds or everything's cool.
Yeah.
He actually sees this pylon here before he has like actual confirmation that there's another base, but
I like that he's tearing down the rocks.
Yeah.
That actually helps him out in the later game.
I feel like this is somewhat based off of the fact that they've played each other so frequently. Because otherwise... Oh, hold that thought here, as we do have a couple force fields being thrown down. In defense of this Zerglings push.
Hopefully his goal was to deplete the force field energy, because that's all he did. I don't think he killed a single Protoss unit. He doesn't even get the probe. Oh, now he does.
He's not losing all that many lings. But SCA's being very stingy with force fields, which is really good. Because his opponent is just going for what's primarily a ling all-in. I mean, he's donating so much larva to this. He is off of 70 turns right now, but I mean that's a crap ton of larva.
He's going to spires. And he's getting a 4th base really fast. So is he doing this? Yeah,
it's the
Zergling Muta style. Yep. I want to see how his teammate plays against this very build, as opposed to somebody else. Because they'll have no doubt practiced this against each other and refined this build. He's just using the lings to keep him at home, and I think I know why he did that, because if he keeps sending the lings in and donating them to force out the force fields, that weakens a push and makes it easier to get into the Mutalisk tech, and he's going to have 8 geysers on layer tech. That's a lot of mutas, man.
Seeing this many lings pretty much says to a Protoss player, well, I need Colossi.
Yep.
Because you can't push across the map. Unless you have an obscene amount of force fields, it's so hard of a call to make to actually commit to an attack with that.
And here come the links again.
Yeah, he's committing a lot to this, and a lot of links are going to die.
Yep, and a bunch are running into the natural, and oh, nice warp in with the Zealots. He is going to kill a few, but these lings are going to die pretty fast. Yep.
Yeah, he lost a lot of lings there. That was very, very costly.
Let's look at units lost. 400 resources lost for Protoss, almost 3,000 for Zerg. But 13 mutas are on the way, and +1 should follow. Oh, he's getting drops. Wow, this is new.
Ling drop play is something that Snoot and Morrow used to do back when Morrow was Zerg in Wings of Liberty. Like, all the time. And it was so entertaining to watch.
What does Morrow play now?
Morrow plays Terran in Heart of the Swarm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he switched back.
Nice, thank you, Morrow.
He just like switches to Terran, abuses it, and then switches to Zerg.
Yeah. So again, with these
links, or Legacy of the Void.
He just plays Protoss main race for the whole time.
The Lings still trying to find a way into the 3rd base. The mutas are just completely shut down here by the cannons and stalkers in the main. They do have Ling. Yes. So, yeah. I feel that if he had those couple of Lings, he'd be sitting on a 5th base right now, and he would try and force himself in.
Oh, look at that blink. Those mutas are doing nothing.
Yeah. He needs to be really careful he doesn't lose the mutas, because they're pretty much map control.
He's going to go for Bane Rain. Look at this.
Yeah?
Bane Rain against Clump Stalkers, man. Lure the Stalkers into one position with the mutas, and then Bane Rain on top of them. It requires a lot of precision and a lot of APM.
There's something that just soaks so many banelings.
Yeah, no kidding. 28 banelings on the way. Will this observer see them? Where are they being morphed? Oh, they're being morphed at home.
Yeah.
That's a long way away from the observer.
It is. He wants to be careful. So very careful. And yeah, you really do need to sit on a high econ to do this. Up at 85 drones right now. This is delaying his hive tech, though. It's delaying his infestation pit. He doesn't even have one down at this point. And upgrades are actually 2-2 already. Wow.
Yep.
Alright, nice.
And he doesn't have Mutalisk upgrades, though, which is kind of precarious. Now he's just starting it as I complain about it. And he's starting his infestation pit right as you complain about it.
Magic caster touch.
Yeah. Bitch about something, it happens. And the observer sees everything. Does he know about the Overlord drop variant of this build, though?
He does get confirmation on it right now.
Yeah, he sees it.
That is a lot of Overlords. So now, it's going to come down to how he spreads his units. The sentries really need to be spread out for him to really maximize...
This will take so much control from the Protoss in order to hold off.
He does have Storm, though, and this is... Everything here dies to Storm.
He has 5 Templars, though. Oh,
the
beautiful storms. Oh, the Mutalisks!
Jesus!
Holy mackerel, those Mutalisks just got obliterated!
A lot of the Stalkers are falling, but that was not nearly cost-effective enough. All of the Mutas are dying. He gets a Colossus, but at what cost?
Wow. That... Holy crap, that defense.
Okay, that was a really poor engagement choice.
Wow.
Because it's downhill into a choke point with High Templar that most likely have Storm. Like, if you're ever asking yourself, I wonder if he has Storm, it's probably not a good choice to take that engagement.
It's famous last words.
Yeah, really.
Oh, he doesn't have Storm.
He's going for a massive counterattack with all of his lings that just popped, but again, he has Zealots to warp in, and this is going to be really difficult to deal with.
And he has another Templar with Storms. He's got 2 Storms on them. Use the Storms, use the Storms! Oh, he didn't use a single Storm.
Oh, both of the Templar got sniped?
Yeah, Templar died.
There are actually a lot of cannons here, enough that he can't really cost-effectively engage that, so it's going into the natural. Oh, and the Storm!
Look at the Storm.
He actually
doesn't
kills
care.
a couple of his probes there.
And there's a lot of Gs.
Yeah, there is a lot of Gs.
That is a lot of Gs. And got a 2-0 lead for SCAStrea. Wow.